This whole conversation was reminding me of my great wedding day.
You had a great day, right?
And no, and I more details are sifting through my brain here and coming to the surface. Do you know my wife of mere hours, when we finally we had the wedding at the Justice of the Peace's house in the living room. Then we went to the bar that's now a strip club for the reception, and then everyone went back to where we lived, which was a bottom floor apartment in a house in Greenlawn.
I was going to say, which trailer park?
No, it was in Greenlawn, some like bottom basement apartment thing, but we were able to use the yard that day. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Was this me? Am I talking about me?
The split-level ranch?
Yeah. It was one of those, split-level ranch. It's like a two-story deal. But
so your mom was renting the bottom half?
No. This was just people in Greenlawn. Other people that were down at the bar, lived upstairs. Some drinking guys, and we had the apartment downstairs. We all shared the rent, that kind of deal. Remember an old car on blocks in the backyard? Oh, yeah, just put some bunting on that. That'll look good. Put a little decoration on that. Oh, God, it was horrible. Oh. And then the kicker. The wife.
Hey, you know what? Yeah. I'm going to leave for about 10 minutes.
No.
Because when you start talking this way, it gets really uncomfortable.
No. Well, put it this way.
I have to look at you.
Everyone's drinking, right? Everyone's drinking. Mm-hmm. And the wife gets hammered. And,
well, let me play the other side. A lot of people get hammered at their own.
Sure. Like I said, the wife was hammered. She all of a sudden...
Were you hammered?
I was pretty good. I was doing all right, but you know me. I don't get to the point where I get out of control.
Belligerent.
No, not at all. I like to stay focused on things. Believe me, I needed heroin that day. I should have had it. So the wife of mere hours had gotten into this problem with my brother because she had thought in some stupor that my brother was trying to pick up her cousin that had come down from Massachusetts. And she didn't like my brother. Thought he was a scumbag.
Why didn't your wife like your brother?
Oh, what the hell do I know? Well, I don't know. She just didn't like him.
At the time.
Right. So she thinks it's a good idea to then go in to the house where my mother is sitting and start yelling and cursing out my mother about what a prick my brother is. And I'm standing there like... I forgot something down the hall.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
I'm going to take a little walk.
Your f***ing son is trying to my cousin, and I don't want the f***ing... And my mother's sitting there like, what? She gives me a look like, you just married this? I'm sitting on a couch with duct-taped arms in your basement apartment, and your brand new drunken wife is cursing me out because she hates your brother?
Jim, you want to go get a cup of coffee?
And you know my family. My family is probably the closest family you will ever see on the face of this earth. We would kill for each other. So my mother's doing this balancing act because anybody's bad-mouthing my brother, she will lunge. Sal calls her a tigress with her young. She will lunge. Yet she couldn't because now she's got to think of me too. I just married into this. So now she's sitting there like, Anthony, why and that if he goes near her again, I'm throwing the whole bunch of you scum out of the... And I'm just like, I felt like Fredo at that wedding. Remember the party? Hey, Freddie, you want us to take care of this, or you want us to... Yeah, take care of it, Mike. Take care of it.
Never marry a wop.
Never marry a wop.
She did not say that.
Oh, it was brutal. It was brutal. And I stood there like, what? And that's when it hit me. That's when it hit me a ton of bricks. I was like, what what did I just get myself into? What did I get myself into?
Yeah, we have audio of it.
Oh, my God.
At his wedding, right? Yeah.
What?
At this moment. We have audio of what you were thinking, Anthony.
What happened?
We knew we were going to do a radio show, so we figured we better start taping you.
Oh, good.
Way back then. So here's Anthony at that moment. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. I was a broken, beaten man, and I had been married for 6 hours. 6 hours of marriage, and I was broken and beaten.
Hey, here's audio of your uncle trying to make you feel better.
All right.
Anthony.
How about a Frisca? All right. Here's me. I got nowhere else to go. I got nowhere else to go. Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, it was horrid. What a dark day that was, man.
Did you scream at her? Yeah, what'd you do?
No, I was shocked. Oh! What did you drop? I was in a state of shock. I was standing there, and then I kind of ushered off, hey, relax. This isn't the time or place.
You're like, hey, at least I have my friend Booze.
So I was like, oh my God.
My friend the captain.
I'm like, oh my God. Frank from Manhattan. So, Ant, at what point did the cameras from Cops show up to immortalize this happy occasion? No, that's all it needed. Woo! Bad boys, bad boys. We're responding to a domestic. Me and my cheap old suit.
Did you guys at least cut the back lawn?
Yeah, I think the back lawn was cut.
Nice.
Some big tarp was put up.
Oh, very nice.
It was awful.
Did you have some decorations?
Yeah, I think they were like wedding bells tilted slightly sideways.
Where'd you go on your
decorations? Honeymoon? There was no honeymoon. There was no honeymoon. I wasn't affording a honeymoon. I was working for Apollo Air Conditioning. I had my Apollo van.
I'm sure you could have went to Lake Ronkonkoma for the weekend.
Could have. I didn't even go to Atlantic City. I couldn't afford anything. I was broke. I didn't have a pot to whiz in or a window to throw it out of.
You didn't have a honeymoon? So
no, there
what
was
happened
no
right
honeymoon.
after the wedding?
Let's see. We
Did you take the next day off at least?
I don't even remember. I went upstairs. I believe she had passed out. And I believe I laid there looking at the ceiling with tears of regret and sorrow rolling down the sides of my face. That was happy honeymoon.
Here's Aunt being brave to his new wife at the time.
Hey, why don't you stop dressing me up like a mailman and making me dance for you while you go and smoke crack in your bedroom and have sex with some guy I don't even know on my dad's bed.
There it is.
Hey, a lot of questions coming in, Anthony, for you.
Yeah?
Hey, Chris, how are you?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, man.
I was just wondering who catered Anthony's wedding. Was it Swanson or Hungry Man? Love you, Norton. Love you, Stanky.
Oh, Jesus. Mike? I'll answer, Mike.
All right. No,
if you want to go somewhere else first? Yeah,
no,
Mike, hold
right
on.
to Mike.
All right, Mike? Mike?
Yeah?
What's up, man? What's your little question?
Do you have any friends that would try to talk you out of marrying this woman?
Here is the deal.
Oh, God.
Friends cannot talk people out of marrying other people. I've had this conversation. You can't do it. It's a situation where, first of all, once you pop that question, you know what I mean? You're on the peak of the roller coaster, and now you're just ready to go down. If a friend can only talk a friend off of the marriage roller coaster before you get into the car. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Once you're on, it's very difficult to get back off. And you just get on that ride, and it's over. And your friend has to make a decision. If I go up to him and say, this girl isn't good for you, you might F the friendship up. You'll always be there as a friend to the guy, even when the marriage ends. But if you screw it up and say, you shouldn't marry this chick. You might blow the friendship. So many guys will not tell the guy not to do this. I didn't tell my brother. And like Opie said at the wedding, we're all just going, dude, this is just a goddamn disaster in the making, you know? But you don't do it, so you wait and...
Yeah, but they passed out the blow-up guitar and those risky business sunglasses, so we're all
the blow-up saxophones.
We're all feeling good for a while.
It was a rock and roll wedding. Rock and roll.
More audio of Anthony getting tough with his new bride.
Hey, listen. Why don't you go knit me a sweater before I slap you in the face?
Anthony, what was your wedding song?
Sure. Well, Paul E. from Lawrence is saying, did you guys walk down the aisle to Bob Buckman on WBAB? We just had the radio on.
Did not. You didn't have like a little reception in the backyard?
No, there was no wedding song. There was no big reception.
Have some form of entertainment.
It was just a party.
Did you have a magician in the backyard?
There was nothing.
Little magic tricks?
There was tape player playing with speakers up in the upstairs window.
Did you have your 8-tracks? A little box of 8-tracks?
No 8-track. Cassette tapes.
Oh, man.
Cassette tapes.
Louis, what's up?
Dude, this is the ultimate cringe radio.
Oh, it's horrific, dude.
I'm just curious, was your wedding song Fairy Tales Could Come True? It could happen to you. If you're stupid enough.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Hey, dude, I'm going outside and I'm chopping my wedding ring fingers off.
Yeah, do that.
All right, Louis.
Later.
The wedding song at that wedding should have been one bourbon, one shot, one beer.
Yeah, exactly. It was horrid. It was. I look back. It was one of the worst days of my life.
More audio of Aunt being brave.
All right.
His new bride.
You get your bitch ass back in the kitchen and make me some pie.
Yeah, there you go. All right. See, the whole wedding was supposed to be.
We're not breaking any agreements here today, are we?
No, I just can't talk about any of the divorce proceedings or any settlement things. I could talk about my life being married and my wedding. Of course.
Okay. Walter?
I've just held it back in my head in a dark spot in my brain that probably contains abuse at some point in my childhood.
Ooh.
It's probably the same spot that monster jumps out of.
Walter, what's up?
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey.
Yo, Anthony.
Yeah.
I heard you was passed out. Did you have sex with her at least?
Oh, you know something? I don't even think so. I don't know. I was horrified. I was very sorry what I had just done. It was one of the worst days of my life.
It's not rape if there's a ring on the finger.
And I really realized to get out of it quick because it only took 9.5 years for me to leave. I'm a glutton for punishment. I had nothing. And then I decide, hey, what's better than being in a marriage that I really don't want to be in? Financial debt. That's good. I'll fill out a bunch of Visa and MasterCard things and get about $25,000 in debt. That'll help me out. I'll buy a jet ski to escape my life. You know what I had to do?
You're still talking?
I got a bunch of credit cards, right?
Yeah.
That I couldn't possibly pay off. And I knew it. Then I had to talk. The girl that didn't want me to even get a cell phone. What do you need that for? It's a waste of money. I'm like, well, everyone's got one. Opie's got one. Could I get one? No. So I didn't get a cell phone. So then I had to talk her into how the money that the credit I had on the credit cards that was supposed to be for emergencies only, somehow a Sea-Doo jet ski was an emergency at that very moment. And I went out and I bought one.
Everyone just keep nodding at Anthony.
And any minute I got, I spent out on the water with my Sea-Doo. And I never, ever would have paid off that debt.
Hey, more audio of Ant's first day of marriage.
Yeah.
I hate this place. Nothing works here. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years.
Scott from Reading. Hey, Aunt, did the OTB have the over-under on how long your wedding would last? Just think, if Anthony would have faked being asleep all those years ago, perhaps, wouldn't have faked being asleep, perhaps Richard could have talked him out of marriage.
You blew off your best friend.
No, I didn't.
Did she do this for you?
Oh, my God. Johnny, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, O&A?
Hey, man.
Hey, little Jim, how you doing?
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, Ann, I heard a rumor that your wedding cake was Fudgy the Whale. Is that true?
Fudgy the Well for any wedding occasion.
Cookie
ice
puss?
cream.
Cookie puss?
You need a cookie puss.
They're all the same cake, just done up different.
Ah, very good, bro.
All right, later, guys.
Bye.
I don't know what I was like doing back then. I was on this. I was on like a train. My whole life was on this train track. It really was with everything. Like if I got that job, like I got that job at Apollo Air Conditioning, right? Tin knocking. I wanted to further myself. I wanted to do something, but I was always once I got on a track, I could not get off of it, and I just stayed there, being miserable. Doing a job I really didn't want to do. Fine people, though, there at Apollo Air Conditioning. Don't get me wrong there. Just saying, the work, I hated it. And then the whole marriage thing, I reached a point before I got married that I was saying, how is this getting to this point? And instead of speaking up and going, hey, you know, it's going a little quick, I really don't want to get married, I just stayed on the goddamn track, and I just trudged forward until before I know it, I'm saying I do. And I was like, Opie, you can look at me. Opie?
Are you still talking?
See, you're just looking at machinery and Rick, and you look a little uncomfortable.
No, not at all. I'm here to support you.
But my personality had always been like that, and thank God, like, it did finally change. Like, I realized, you know, and it changed after I started working in radio and working with Opie and whatnot. And then before I knew it, I was like, you know something? I could kind of control my destiny here somewhat. And you gotta, you know, as they say, grab that bull by the horns and divorce her.
Yeah, I got
Did you pick yourself up by your bootstraps?
Yes, right by him. A little strap in the back.
I got audio of you the day after the wedding.
Oh, you do you?
Oh, yes, I do.
This is less fun than previously indicated.
Hey, your good friend Foot wants in on this.
Hey! Hey, Foot.
Hey, what's happening?
How you doing, Foot?
Oh, I got another round.
First of all, Foot, I was your best man at your wedding.
Yes, you are.
And how are things going in the Foot marriage?
Very happy, very happy. The duct tape is holding nicely.
You got it in the closet all wrapped up?
Sure, she moans and groans a couple of times. Just hit her with a stick.
Now, you have something to add to my wedding story?
Yes, I guess she was so busy with that whole incident with, you know, between your mother and your new beloved wife that you forgot that your mother-in-law was trashed and trying to pick up one of our friends.
Oh, God damn, that was right. I forgot about that.
And don't forget that dress that she was wearing, this white dress with these black polka dots. She looked like a drunken Dalmatian stumbling all over your backyard. Showing his shoes.
This was hysterical. Foot, I'll explain. Hold on a minute.
Right.
There was my mother-in-law. And she was a little sauce, too. Everybody just pounded him down.
Sauce?
She's sitting on the couch. My mother is, like, on another couch, I guess. And a friend of ours, Sean Simoleski, the Bison. The Bison, as we called him. He was sitting on the couch. Judy lays down, puts her legs over the Bison's legs, and starts passing out. The Bison, who, you know, he was the worst with girls, I gotta say it, starts rubbing our legs.
Yeah.
He's rubbing our legs on the couch. And we're looking like, at one point, Foot comes up and goes, what's the Bison doing? I go, I don't know. He's trying to pick up on my mother-in-law or something, and she's not stopping him.
Yeah. And I'm so trashed. I'm like, hey, the Bison's trying to nail that Dalmatian.
Oh, thanks for that memory there, Foot.
All right, I'm here to help. I'll see you guys later.
All right, well, we got audio of Aunt's mom talking to Ann at the wedding.
All right.
The world is a jungle. And if you want my advice, Anthony, don't expect happiness. You won't get it. People let you down. And I'm not naming any names. But in the end, you die in your own arms.
Wow. It seems like just yesterday that my mommy was giving me that speech. Oofa.
Hey, Pete, what's going on?
Hey, Opie, Anthony, Norton, what's going on, fellas?
What up?
And I have a question that's been boggling my mind for like the past half hour.
Yeah.
Did you get your photos taken in one of that little $2 booths? Like one of those grocery stores you see.
Where it spits out those 6 black and white photos.
Yeah. And I just want to thank you, too. 26 years old, got a girlfriend, and you're so talking me out of marriage with her right now.
Yeah, it's just horrific.
Oh, damn. Let me tell you.
All right. Thank you, Pete.
You're welcome.
Beth from Alexandria, Virginia, saying the Sea-Doo's not the only thing Ann talked his ex into. Very funny, Beth. And a crock pot is just as good as the George Foreman grill you gave Rick. I didn't get Rick a George Foreman grill.
Name was on it.
My name was on it. I didn't buy the goddamn George Foreman grill for Rick's wedding. I cut Rick a nice check. I didn't know where the grill came from. Was that an engagement? No, that was a wedding rehearsal shower gift. That was it. A wedding shower gift.
But your name was on it.
Thanks. Great.
Anthony got audio of the guy that married you way back when. It's part of your ceremony, actually.
Uh-huh.
He looked right at you and said this.
The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
I do.
The power of Christ compels you!
I do.
The power of Christ compels you!
Yes, I do. Here's how much I want to get married. Oh, another memory.
Oh, boy.
Another memory.
Hey, look at the time. I think we should break.
Christmas. I got engaged up in Massachusetts on Christmas, right? Because I figured that
sounds like a very lovely thing to do.
No.
Why not?
First of all, now at this point, she's completely expecting it. Like it's another thing. Like I said, I got on that track, and she had planned all this. And I just went with it. My life was in such hell then. Like I really didn't care. So I'm like, what the hell, you know? You're stupid. You're right, Anthony. I'm stupid. So I knew she was expecting it, right? You're a friggin' moron. I know, Anthony. I didn't even have the ring. Opie, do you know when I bought the ring? I'm talking to you.
Oh,
are you listening?
Usually I do.
Sure. You need something to wipe your brow? I see sweat. Why are you sweating?
Well, not both of us got divorced.
I bought the ring December 23rd in Penn Station.
You getting gumball with that?
I was taking the train up there because she had been up there already. And I was taking the train up there to propose.
Yeah?
I didn't have Opie. You can come back.
I'm opening the window. I need to come back.
I didn't have the ring. So I'm like, all right, now I just got to go out and buy the ring, I guess.
Because we're a fine syndicated radio show. Penn Station is our local transit.
I believe the nation does know what Penn Station is. It's the big train station here in New York City.
Where the hell in Penn Station do you buy a ring?
Do you know all those stores that are in there?
You didn't buy it off Ethiopian, did you?
Yeah, I went into one of those jewelry stores in Penn Station. I pointed at one and went, all right. And I think I spent, I think it was about $300 on it.
Oh, my God.
And it was like, I can't even make my fingers go that small. I'm trying.
Hey, more audio of the guy that married you, Anthony.
All right.
This was right after you did your I do's.
Oh, okay.
So it was officially. He had one other thing to say to you.
Let's hear.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
And he walked out. I remember it as a handshake and a, good luck. But perhaps I'm just mistaken.
So you bought the ring at Penn Station.
Penn Station.
Okay.
Yeah. Like right before I had to go up there. I had put it off as long as I could. But for some reason I did it. And I went up and that was it.
Whew. You're romantic.
Hopeless. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that there's two sides to every story, but as a chick, you don't want to hear that your guy just bought a ring in a train station. I'm not saying that,
But this is all now coming back to me in a way that I'm looking at it like, oh, my God. I'm kind of seeing where I was at that point. I was a confused young man trying to, I don't know, just doing anything. Like, my life was getting up, going to a job I hated, going to the bar, going home. That was it. So I'm figuring, all right, I'll throw marriage into the mix. Maybe it'll spice things up.
Who changed your life?
Who changed my life? It was a wonderful guy named Brother Joe that sent a tape into Opie. You dick. You scumbag.
Wow, that really is one to hold over someone's head.
Oh, my God.
Hey, F you, Penn Station. All right, good.
Yeah, you find your ring at Penn Station.
And then you drove all the way up to Massachusetts, and then you asked.
I went up to Massachusetts.
So that must have been nice. You probably, I don't know, went to dinner or something?
No, it was in the mother-in-law's living room. They were having a family Christmas party over there. And let me tell you something.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Hey, I just wanted a simple answer.
Oh, my
yes
God.
Or no would have been fine.
They could pound him down, man. Let me tell you. The first thing I did. Okay, here it is. The first thing I did. Oh, I didn't take the train up there. I had got the ring there, but for some reason I was going back out to Long Island to get my car. So I bought the ring. My car was a Volkswagen Beetle cut up and fiberglassed into a Baja Bug. Did you ever see these off-road vehicles with the engine exposed?
Yeah.
And the fiberglass front? It's almost like a combination dune buggy Volkswagen.
Those rock if you're in California.
Yeah, I know. Well, I had to drive that.
With a net.
I had to drive that up to Massachusetts in the middle of the winter with no heat. So I had blankets. I was wrapped up in blankets as I'm driving because I was freezing cold with the ring in your blue head. I was freezing. So I finally get up there. 4 hours of freezing cold wind blowing through, because when you cut up into a Baja Bug, you take a lot of the front bulkhead off of the Volkswagen, and through the speaker holes, icy cold air is blowing through the speedometer. Like, I felt freezing. So I'm wrapped in a blanket driving up there with my $300 Penn Station wedding ring, ready to pop the question.
Your ring cost $300.
It was a $300 ring.
You really stunk.
I was horrible.
How many times?
I was in hell.
Oh.
The first thing I did, I pull up. Now, the whole family's there. And this is the first time they're meeting me. This is the first time the family is even meeting me. And I'm ready to pop this question. I'm freezing cold. I have the Link from the Mod Squad afro hairdo going. And I'm pulling up in a Volkswagen. I'm the prince, ready to sweep your little girl off her feet. Here he comes, the knight in shining armor. I go upstairs. The first thing I do is, you got Captain Morgan? Swear to God, I downed 3 Captain Morgans with splashes of Coke in it. Whoosh, whoosh, in huge water glasses. That's when I think they finally accepted me into the family. And, then in a semi-drunken stupor, all I did was I opened up the box, and I didn't even say, "Will you marry me?" I don't think. I just went, "Here." As I remember it. I think I said, "Here." And everybody was like, "Oh, hey!" Yeah.
You bought your ring 10 feet from where homos cruise.
I wish before I bought it, someone would have pushed me in front of a train. It would have been less painful.
Hey, we found audio of your dance, the first dance as man and woman.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to hear it?
All right.
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's.
Bringing me right back. Thanks, guys.
McDonald's. Rock and roll 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 McDonald's.
And dip.
That guy's great.
Wow. Pluto from Penn Station. He goes, "Here, you poet. How could she resist?"
Do you at least feel better?
No. It's like all coming back, and I realized how not in control of my life I was back then. Will from Cleveland. Anthony, don't you feel like a jackass? Well, no. Anthony, did you phone Z100 for a dedication song after you bought the ring in Penn Station? Would have been sweet. A little shout out. Did you say here when you brought the other girl home? These people are very funny. I gotta give him credit. Jersey Bob. That's funny. All right.
Oh, you really were an ass.
I know. What can I say? I was an ass. I had no control over my own life, and I went many years doing that, just kind of falling into a rut, and instead of, like, getting out of it, I would just go along and see where it was going to end up.
But how do you get out of it? That's the tough thing.
You finally get something in life that is cool and good, and it gives you a little more incentive to either keep it or further yourself in the field or with somebody or anything else. Like when you're in a rut like that, I wasn't happy the situation I was in, but I wasn't like completely miserable. I just was there. I was totally just existing. I was existing.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, hey.
Hey,
I wanted to ask you.
Phone number.
Yeah.
When you and Joe Pesci were driving to pick up the wedding cake in your air conditioning van, were you planning your bets for the horses, or were you thinking about your new wife?
Oh, my God. That is so true.
I called him a fat bastard.
Hey, you're going to check my oil? Hey, I got to tell you, you know. Yeah. I think I did pick up the wedding cake in the Apollo air conditioning van. I remember it kind of sitting there.
That's kind of nice. You had a wedding cake? That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, do you want a break now?
Oh, look at the time. Time flies when you're in therapy.
Here.
Matt from Garden City, I just want to let you guys know that the light that says on the air is still on.
Yeah. Thank you.
We'd like to vent.
Well, sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to step aside.
Yeah.
I think we got as much as we can out of that one.
All right.
And pay attention, ladies, that if your new fiancé has the romantic ability of leukemia, pray that he's funny.